Hello and good evening to you. I hope that you're having a good day. Hope that you're staying calm and taking good care of yourself. I wanted to share today about something that I thought might be helpful. I hope so, anyway. As it came to my mind as I was talking with some of my clients about what's going on in our world right now and their feelings about it, and I noticed that one of the things that we kept discussing and coming back to was what they were going to be doing with their time in order to help them deal with their feelings. And so I thought, you know what, structure is probably a really important thing. Maybe I'll share some about that this evening. But anyway, I think that what we do with our day and how we plan out our day can really impact how we're feeling about where things are going and how things are going. I know some of you may be at home. Some of you may prefer to be out and be at home. Some of you may be taking care of children. Some of you may be working, and one of the jobs that requires that we keep going and is there needs to be more services provided, and some of you may be not doing quite as much, and some of you may just be at home and you may be dealing with some feelings of loneliness, and I think in any of those situations, the idea of structure and providing structure for yourself can be really helpful. So I just was going to share a little bit about what I like to do whenever I know that I'm going to be home for an extended period of time. There have been times in my life when I was waiting to go into a new season. Maybe, for example, when I finished my education and I was waiting to find the job that was the best one for me, there was a season of time which I was home a lot more than I would have liked. And I had to find things to do. I had to create some structure, and I had to make some plans. And even if I didn't feel like they were really contributing, they were contributing to me, and they were contributing to my well-being and my mental health and my growth. And so I would just encourage you, if you are struggling with finding things to do, if you're feeling like your routine has really been stepped on and trampled, I encourage you to create a new one. Maybe think of things that you want to make sure that you accomplish every day, and then, if necessary, even write them down. Maybe write down, the time that you're going to spend doing each one of those things. One of the routines that I had with my son when he was growing up is, the first hours of the day we would spend having breakfast and then getting ready to go, and then we would go to the park for an hour, and then it would be time for lunch, and so we would have lunch at that time, and we kind of had it planned out what we were going to do each hour of the day. And even though it didn't really matter if we did it at that exact time, if we stuck to the schedule, it made things feel more purposeful, and it was helpful to us, and it let us feel like we weren't just not having anything to do with our time. And I think that one of the things that can contribute to depression, particularly in these times when we have to stay in and we aren't being as close to one another and we aren't being as social with one another, is not having a regular time that we go to bed and a regular time that we get up. Sometimes I'll talk to people and I'll ask, well, what are your sleeping habits like? And they'll say, well, I go to bed about 2 or 3 o'clock, and I, in the morning, and I get up about 10:30 or 11, and they're depressed. They're not feeling well, and so. And I know it's easy when you don't have a lot of things going on. Maybe you figure, well, I could just watch this show on Netflix until, whatever time of the night it is. And, it doesn't matter how late I stay up. But I will say, whenever your days and your nights start to kind of blend together and get mixed up, or even if you start to be, kind of spending more time up in the evening than you are during the day, it really can kind of mess with the structure of your day and feeling like you're doing something with a purpose. So I just really encourage you to create a schedule for yourself and make an agenda, even if it seems like there aren't a lot of things that you're doing, even if it seems like that it doesn't really matter when you do each thing. It kind of does matter when you do each thing, because it gives your mind a sense that you accomplished what you set out to do. So I would encourage you during this time when it seems like the days may be running together, especially if you're at home a lot, to kind of create a plan for yourself. I want to do my laundry at this time. I want to eat my meal at this time. I want to go for a walk at this time. I want to watch my TV show at this time, or read my book at this time, or do my craft at this time. Whatever it may be. It's not so important what it is, but that you've planned when you're going to do it, and then when you're going to end your day, and when you're going to wake up the next morning. And if you try to stick to that, it can help you during this time when we're not able to get out and see others as much. And sometimes schedules are created for us when we have work outside the home, and we have all these social events and extracurricular things that we do, but our schedules can kind of fade away in times like this when we're asked to stay home more. So I just encourage you to create a new one. I think it might help with your feelings and help you to feel more like you're still accomplishing something, because in reality you are, and each day is a gift, and there can be joy in every moment, regardless of if it's in your home, just with your family, just with yourself, just with your pets, or with others too. So I encourage you to continue to care for yourself, and we're going to get through this time together. Take good care.